This is Golden Years, a roadmap to navigate retirement with Mark Cordner, the podcast.
Now, this has been a great time to hold CDs. Rates that climbed above 5% led to nearly $3 trillion pouring into these fixed index assets. And now interest rates are going down, and a lot of those CDs will be coming due, especially in the next 3 months. So, Mark, what should people do next so they don't make big mistakes here?
Well, I love the insight you just gave to people that, fixed income products have been kind of difficult to get over the last 20 years. We've often referred to certificates of deposit as certificates of disappointment because the interest rates were simply so low. I mean, they're under 1% for a long time here over the last 20 years. And now things have spiked over the last 18 months, and we're starting to see a decline now. We actually are having a lot of conversations with people. I've got someone coming in just later today who is going to be replacing some CDs because we have insurance products called multi-year guaranteed annuities that look like CDs in the sense that you put your money in for a designated period of time and you get a guaranteed interest rate for that period of time. That period could be anywhere from 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 10 years of time. And you can get typically higher rates of interest from the insurance companies than you can ever get from the banks. And you also have typically some access to that money. Unlike CDs, you have some access to that money during the designated term. So these multi-year guaranteed annuities are not well known, but they're wonderful CD alternatives. And we're doing a lot of this for clients now because many clients over the last 18 months have had money tied up for a year to 18 months, some cases 2 years, and they really want to extend it out. So they're looking at 3 to 5 year horizons now, but they're not getting the rates that they were with rates now having come down. So we can just invite folks in, come learn a little bit more about these alternatives, because if you want safety, we can definitely get it for you. So we'd invite folks to come in, people who are looking for fixed income products, who are simply looking for safety, for safe growth. Come visit with us. We could teach you about some alternatives you've probably never heard of. And again, there's no cost to you for that visit.
Mark, I read an article that recommended long-term care insurance so that we don't leave our loved ones with a burden and expense for caring for us at some point down the road, when the time comes. I know a lot of folks don't want to talk about this. Listen, it's not a fun topic. I totally get it.
It's not.
But something you need to know. Like if I could throw every red flag at you right now, long-term care, medical expenses are expensive with a capital E. I mean, dollar sign after dollar sign. So are there any alternatives that might be a little more manageable here?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. This is something I like to scream from the rooftop because the truth is most Americans are in denial. Literally 97% of Americans do not have any kind of plan in place to deal with future long-term care, even though 3 out of 4 of us are projected to need it according to government studies. Now, you think about that, a 75% chance of needing something, most people would want to act, and yet most Americans haven't for the very reason you mentioned. They're in denial. None of us want to think about getting older, becoming sick or frail, and needing help dressing, eating, bathing, toileting, all these things we don't want to talk about. Traditional long-term care insurance is on the decline. Fewer than 11% of Americans ever embraced it, and it's down to something like 3% now. There's very few companies that even offer traditional long-term care insurance, but that has been replaced by what has become much better solutions, what are called hybrid products, or what I like to call multi-purpose products. So in the old days, you'd give your money away to an insurance company, just like with auto insurance, and you'd hope that if bad luck came, you'd get a payoff on that. And a lot of people just never dealt with it because they didn't like the idea of giving their money away and possibly never getting something back, even though there's a 75% likelihood of, needing this. So these multi-purpose products that I love, they keep the money in the estate. You don't give the money away. You keep the money in the estate, either through a life insurance or an annuity product that has a rider on it that says, if you need long-term care while you're alive, you can, in the case of life insurance, use the death benefit for yourself while you're alive on a tax-free basis. Or in the case of the annuity, you can get some multiple of your annuity's value to pay for that bad luck event that, again, is very likely to happen for most of us. So I always tell people, come visit with us because there's far more solutions to this problem than people realize. We want to integrate it with all your different income sources and with whatever family resources you have. But we absolutely don't want to dump you on your family and have you become a burden to the people that you love the most, because I've just seen it happen too many times, too many clients, too many family members, and it's devastatingly difficult.
They've been named one of the greatest musical artists of all time, and they've been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Of course, I'm talking about Lynyrd Skynyrd here. Mark, are you a big fan?
Oh, I am. They were just down in Atlanta where my twin brother is. Made me jealous. I got an invitation to go and couldn't make it.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
That brings back memories from my youth. So wonderful band.
Man. Yeah, wonderful band. They're still around touring. And, that, especially that song, Sweet Home Alabama. Go ahead and try to tell me some, birthday party, even a wedding these days, a reunion. That song plays, people get up and they're dancing. It still has it. I'm telling you, still gets people out there. I started
bouncing in the seat here.
I saw you over there getting the moves ready, Mark. Well, the legendary band Lynyrd Skynyrd, they just finished their latest tour. So maybe Mark, maybe you could check them out. Another date. When we actually had the time to sit down with them and the founding members there, Johnny Van Zant and Ricky Medlock, they talked about one important aspect of their success.
Find yourself a good team. Any successful person surrounds himself with good people that you can trust and take advice from.
I will agree with Johnny on that. A good team is the basis for having success. If you don't have a good team, you got one weak link. It can all come tumbling down.
All right. I think they make some good points there, Mark. And I know, your firm is actually a team, a unit, right? Everyone works together. You're connected. That helps people successfully retire. Talk to me a little bit about what your team brings to the table. What can folks expect when they come in and they want to meet with the family there?
It's a great question. I really appreciate their insight because it's the greatest challenge for any business owner like myself. I'm thrilled with the people that I have on my team. We share common values, and I think our clients sense that very quickly, particularly when they come to all of the social events that we host and our educational events. They sense very quickly that the team I've got here with me they're honest, good people, and I'm basically like the quarterback. But the truth is, our team is far larger than those they see here at the office. I mean, they may see half a dozen or so people on a given day in the office, but there are dozens of people on the team because we have relationships around the country. So there are specialists that we work with in different kinds of investments and insurance products, for example. There are local advisors. We've got CPAs and attorneys who assist us. Who work independently but cooperatively with us. And so literally I have people on retainer for things like Social Security. So if I get some kind of odd question that I can't respond to accurately, then I have people to turn to on the team. So, the quarterback's never alone. The quarterback may drive the plays, as they say, but there's got to be a good team behind him. And I'm grateful, really grateful for the people I've got working with me who make it happen.
I agree with you. I mean, the old saying, there's no I in team and you're only as good as, the people that stand with you, not behind you. And I think that's something that is crucial, when you think about working with a team. And when you come and you work with Mark and the team there, guys, I mean, that's something I want to make, evident to our listeners is that you're not just a number. You're not just client number 4 or 400. You are Mr. and Mrs. Smith. They want to know about your trip. They want to know about your grandchildren, who was just born, who just graduated. I mean, this is really about building relationships. This isn't a transactional relationship. So true. And the money to us is sacred because that money represents a lifetime of earning and effort. And we recognize that people can't, they can't put it at risk. They don't have time to recover it. So we approach that relationship with a great deal of respect, not only for the individual, but for the money that they're entrusting in us. We've got to make sure we don't get the option of failing in this. We have to make sure that the client's dignity is maintained, and that truly is a sacred thing for us. And I use terms like sacred sometimes, make certain people uncomfortable, but we can think of no more accurate word than that.
Before the first record deal, before the first radio session, there was the Hell House.
Great songs came out of that house.
An early rehearsal studio. This small cabin down on the creek has become the foundation of America's premier Southern rock band, Lynyrd Skynyrd. Now, the rich history of Skynyrd's beginnings has been transformed into a great American whiskey. Capturing the spirit of an era, Hell House Whiskey is made by legends to be shared with legends. Hell House Whiskey, where the spirit of Southern rock was born.
There's a lot of memories, a lot of good stuff.
Available now at your favorite retailer and at hellhousewhiskey.com.
Investment advisory services offered through Golden Years Financial LLC, a registered investment advisory firm. Insurance is offered through Golden Years Insurance Services. These firms do not provide legal or tax advice. Consult your own legal and tax advisors before taking actions that may have tax implications. Investing in securities involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Insurance contracts principal protection is based on the claim-paying ability of the respective insurer. None of the information contained on this website shall constitute an offer to sell or solicit to buy a security or insurance product. The information and opinions contained on this site or requested from this site are provided by third parties believed to be reliable, but accuracy and completeness cannot be guaranteed. They are provided for informational purposes only and are not a solicitation to buy or sell any of the products mentioned. Any media logos and or trademarks contained herein are the property of their respective owners, and no endorsement by those owners of Mark Cordner, Golden Years Financial, or Golden Years Insurance is stated or implied.